There isn't a person alive who hasn't at least heard of the movie Frozen, with its catchy songs, Let It Go. Anyone? Come on. Memorable characters and dramatic ending, Frozen has worked its way into the hearts of kids and parents alike. The movie was such a universal success that the franchise has doubled down on the sequel. Now, before Frozen 2 comes out in November of 2019, here is a list of the things you need to know. And beware, there are spoilers. Anna and Elsa's parents. What would a Disney movie be without the tragic death of a parent? And in Frozen, you get a twofer. The internet has gone crazy with conspiracies about what actually happened in the ill-fated ship where Anna and Elsa's parents allegedly met their demise. Some theorists have gone so far as to speculate that the ship is actually the sunken one we see Ariel swimming around in The Little Mermaid. Known for their Easter eggs from other Disney movies, it wouldn't be a surprise if the two worlds are, well, somehow connected. Another fun theory that Anna and Elsa's parents didn't drown, but washed up on a deserted island, had a baby boy named Tarzan, and then died, leaving the boy to be raised by the jungle. We'll let you sit with that one for just a minute. Jennifer Lee, the director. With such strong undertones of girl power running through Frozen, it should come as no surprise that the film was actually directed by the first woman to ever direct a Disney movie. Jennifer Lee has been involved in co-writing the movie Wreck-It Ralph when she was asked to come on board to co-direct Frozen. The female empowerment aspect appealed to Lee, who was excited to get involved to show her daughter what women can do. Jennifer Lee was asked back to co-direct Frozen 2. Go, girl. Tangled guests. As we mentioned earlier, nobody loves an Easter egg more than Disney. Think Mrs. Potts and Chip's appearance in Tarzan. If you look at other films, you can catch a glimpse of appearances of characters from other movies. Just make sure you don't blink. Notorious for hiding Mickey Mouse in their films and referencing other movies, Disney included in Frozen a cameo by two very beloved characters. If you pay close attention during the scene, you can see Rapunzel and Flynn. During the song, The First Time in Forever, Anna runs right into Rapunzel and Flynn at what looks to be the moment at the end of Tangled. The Easter egg proves to be one of two things. First, Frozen and Tangled take place in the same land, and second, Frozen takes place immediately after Tangled timeline-wise. Do I smell a crossover? Elsa, the good or bad? In the very first writing sessions for Frozen, it was discussed to have Elsa play the villain in Frozen. In the original drafts of the movie, Elsa and Anna weren't even related. Elsa played an evil snow queen and Anna a poor village girl. When writers decided to nix the bad girl thing for Elsa, the song Let It Go was created and a rebellious heroine was born. A duet with the bad guy. Another first for the movie Frozen includes that famous duet between Anna and Hans, Love is an Open Door. So romantic and sweet, this song is a cute way for the characters to express their love for each other and to become very hastily engaged. The love stops there though. As we all know, with Elsa out of the way as a villain, Hans took over as the resident bad guy. The duet marks the first time a Disney princess sings a song with a villain. Arendelle Crest. Did you happen to notice all the crocusses throughout the movie? The crocus is a flower notorious for signaling the end of a long winter. When it seems like the cold will never end, the crocus pushes its way through the frost to make the arrival of spring. Very symbolic, as this flower is the official Arendelle crest. You can find the crest on many things, from banners to uniforms to jewelry. Now, the next time you watch the movie, count how many times you spot the crest. The inspiration. The inspiration for Frozen comes from the story The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen. The original tale tells of an evil troll who creates a magic mirror that only shows things as ugly and bad. A snow queen who puts a little boy under a spell, and a little girl who has to rescue her friend from the devil himself. Now, it was no easy feat for Disney to adapt the fable in a way that would tell the story that they wanted to tell. For over a decade, writers tirelessly tried to make it work. The original story is just so dark that it was hard to find an angle that would work as a Disney film. They finally got it right when the decision was made to make the two girls sisters, with Elsa being a toned-down human version of the Snow Queen. An eye for snowflakes. In the pivotal scene where Anna had been frozen while trying to protect Elsa from Hans' sword, there might be something you didn't notice. Throughout the movie, every time Elsa creates ice and snow, she has a signature snowflake that appears. Most noticeably, this can be found in the O of the word frozen at the beginning of the movie. Well, when Anna is frozen at the end of the movie, you can clearly see Elsa's snowflakes have taken shape in her eyes. Most fans speculate that the snowflakes are symbolic of Anna's love for Elsa. Working backwards. The co-directors of the movie have said that they had the ending to the movie mapped out from the beginning, but couldn't figure out how to get there. They had known all along that they wanted Anna to save Elsa by finding the strength and courage within herself. They felt the ending was so good that they had to earn it with the rest of the story, which took the writers years to get it right. I'd say they succeeded. Real men don't eat boogers. If you paid close attention to the credits after the film, then you already know this one. At the very end of the credits, a statement can be read that the views and opinions expressed by Kristoff in the film that all men eat their own boogers are solely his own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the Walt Disney Company. If you saw the film, you'll remember the scene in which Kristoff makes his claim to Anna. It's nice to know that Disney does not condone this sort of behavior. So how many of these Frozen facts did you already know? Were there any that surprised you? If you know of a Frozen fact that wasn't mentioned here, be sure to put it in the comments. One thing is for sure, if Frozen 2 is anything like its predecessor, there will definitely be more to talk about after the film's release in November.